You know what? I guess we could just say it now. So I actually I don't have a lot of faith in Microsoft considering this year, even with the release of the numbers for their consoles. I don't really have a lot of faith. I mean, like we've seen some inkling to some of the games that are going to be coming out for launch, but Halo Infinite's not there, so whatever. I guess it's like their number one product is not going to be there. But I guess you're right. We're going to be waiting until next year to make sure that it's good. But we've already been shown time after time after time that Microsoft is not really good at following up on their promise. Look what they did to Mixer. Look what they did to Ninja. And honestly, do they even have the money to make this like foolproof? And like, are we going to be seeing the same disasters that happened to some of the consoles when they first released, like the first generation, that they just are faulty? And I feel like it's going to happen more so this year because of what happened, with 2020 and COVID. And obviously, there are a lot of like hardware that some of these manufacturers just don't have access to. They're not manufacturing it as much. So I'm wondering if push comes to shove and holiday season comes, are we really going to see the consoles? I agree with Bijan. I really am I'm doubting that they're going to have these coming out, or if they do come out, they're not going to be great. They're going to be falling apart as soon as people walk out the store. I really do not have any faith in Microsoft at all.
Red Rings of Death are coming back.
Narz, I'll tell you.
Come on, I remember those.
I'm gonna. This is gonna be kind of controversial, but I want to mention this. You should thank Nintendo and Microsoft for two reasons. Nintendo been kicking butt with Nintendo Switch, perfect price, $299. That forced Microsoft to do the same exact thing in order for them to be competitive now more than ever, right? Sony is super comfortable. They need competition.
They do.
That forced them to now lower the price of their console. Why hasn't Sony announced a damn thing about the price if they're number one when it comes to sales of this generation when it comes to console?
Because they want to make sure.
If it was $399, they could have done this shit a long time ago, but they haven't.
Why show your card? Why show your hand though?
What do you mean show? Because if you're first place, who gives a fuck about your competition? Who cares?
Well, I mean, it's a new cycle. It's a new cycle. You gotta give a fuck now. Like now is the time to give a fuck.
No, so they're worried about Microsoft then and Nintendo.
I mean, I would be.
If they're number one, who gives a Nintendo's is in the whole world. Like they have the Super Mario 35th anniversary, limited time. They don't give a fuck what Microsoft and Sony is doing. You're gonna buy this; it's only gonna be available till March, and the fans went crazy, and they're gonna actually buy it.
But
right?
I mean, I also think this is going back to like the old console argument. Like, I really do think Nintendo's doing a completely separate thing than Microsoft.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Like they just don't. It's not even the same planet. Like Nintendo is like they have their thing. Everyone else has their own thing, but like the console wars are only Microsoft and Sony. Like you're gonna buy a Nintendo product,
but Bijan, not even though, because Microsoft is in their own plane when it comes to services. PlayStation is doing what's been working for them for years, and they've been doing pretty good job with that, man. They're selling a lot of consoles. You want to buy the new God of War, the new whatever Horizon, buy the PlayStation 5. It's not going to be available on PlayStation 4. And if you want to play the old games, you have to subscribe to PlayStation Now. That's it. And people are going to do it because they're fans of the console, man. They're fans of the brand, man. And that's
also the games.